Hello, I am Gokul Krishna from Media and Public Relation Committee of IIM Raipur. Today, we have with us Aditi Bajpai, Associate Vice President, Ayvens. Ma'am, we are happy to have you in IIM Raipur's 9th Leadership Summit. So, shall we start the questions?
Yes. Thank you. It's so surreal for me to be here. 12 years back, I was where probably you are, and I'm really excited. So yeah, let's start.
Good to hear, ma'am. So, my first question is: in today's market, how do organizations create sustainable competitive advantage through their people strategy? What role does HR play in business strategy formation?
See, culture is one people's strategy or one USP that no competitor of yours can imitate. So that's something that all the companies today are focusing on. As far as performance growth is concerned, there are two drivers of growth. One is performance, which is delivering today, and the other is innovation, which is delivering and remaining sustainable tomorrow. So the context of and the narrative of how we are encouraging and retaining and attracting our talent today has changed. So we have moved from a winner versus loser kind of a mentality to giving people psychological safety so that they can just speak up their mind without any failure or without seeing any repercussions. Then your feedbacks have changed. So rather than having one or two career conversations in a year, you're now looking at having frequent feedbacks and check-ins. Also, we've moved from IQ. We are not talking about EQ. It's one of the skills that's really a need of the hour. You're talking more about having people who having skills which are relevant even tomorrow's disruptive world, where AI has already come into place. So we are moving from tech enablement to working with AI and AI human cohesions. We've moved, in fact, another disruption which is coming in the today's talent market is not having skills over designations. So we are letting go of designations and skills are taking over. So what you have acquired, whether it's technical or people skills or behavioral skills, that is going to make you the leader tomorrow. So that's the whole we are working in a very disruptive world, and we have to have the learning agility. Our people need to have the learning agility to even stay relevant tomorrow. So you have to find the perfect balance to be on the cusp of performing today and innovating for tomorrow.
Oh, that was very informative, ma'am.
Thank you.
Given the shift to hybrid work models, how has your approach to challenge management, organizational development has evolved? What new challenges and opportunities have emerged?
Okay, so this is of course the new era of talent, and new era of talent requires flexibility, which is going beyond beyond just allowing people to check emails on their pajamas. So we have companies like Spotify and many others who've allowed people to work from anywhere in the world, and they have seen that their productivity has actually gone up after such initiatives. However, there are certain industries and certain roles where this might not work. But having said that, with Gen Z coming into talent now entering the workforce, we have to sort of change the way we've been working over the years. So millennials were talking about work-life balance. Gen Zs are now talking about work-life cohesion. So they are not focused on companies, and so should companies be not focused on optics of how many hours you're spending at workplace. You should be focused more on the outcome. Gen Zs are not looking for bosses. They're looking for coaches. They're looking for to have those feedback conversations often. They're looking for purpose in life, and it has been researchers have all proved that if people feel that whatever they're working, if that's contributing to something which is bigger than them, they feel more engaged, and they stay with the company longer. So all of that needs to change. Growth does not just mean today to wait for somebody to quit to reach to that level. You hyper customization. Zomato gives hyper customization to us as a customer. Now, as an HR, it is my responsibility to ensure that my employees also have that hyper customized learning path for them. It's transparent. So, and if sustainability is one of the talent magnets today. And when I say sustainability, not greenwashing. Companies should really focus on having initiatives around sustainability. talk about mental well-being and not just giving a free yoga session or that. Really invest into 360 well-being of the people. So there's a very interesting book called The Happiness Advantage by Sean Aker, where he talks about, he has actually flipped the narrative. He said happy people are successful. Success doesn't lead to happiness, it's actually the other way. And he says that a happy salesperson delivers, like, I don't know the exact number, but probably like 5 times more than a not so engaged one. So this is how, and the companies are adapting. And of course, if not, then they are not going to be relevant tomorrow.
Actually, it's really good to know that the companies are adaptive and flexible these days.
Yes.
So, ma'am, you have worked across multiple industries over your 14-year career. How do you adapt your people strategy when transitioning between different careers or different industry contexts? And what universal principles of talent management remain consistent regardless of the sector?
Okay, so yes, few things remain intact. And today's, as a talent leader today, we are not managing our employee. We are actually curating experiences for them, and that remains common. What people need today, and I'll borrow from Daniel H. Pink's version, autonomy. Autonomy is to drive how they're working in their own way, work being part of the life and not just whole life revolving around that. So like I said, work from anywhere in the world, flexi working hours, as far as you're not impacting the other in the value chain. So working, creating your life, where work is part of it. Then mastery. And when I say mastery, it does not just mean growing up vertically, getting it also means having skills which are very, very deep and which make you ready for what's coming tomorrow. So moving from a sort of a hybrid talent to a broader, developing broader skills. And third and foremost is, I feel, purpose. When people feel that they're contributing to something which is bigger than themselves, their retention, their engagement levels are much higher. So there are companies like Patagonia, which are that company is a master class on purpose. And people, today's talent, they want to work with organizations like that. And these philosophies, irrespective of the sector, having empathy. Now, merit, there is no compromise on the merit. Right, merit has to be there, performance is to be there, but that does not say that nothing takes away that people also need money. So apart from money, people also need respect, they need empathy, they need to see the growth. In fact, Daniel H. Pink, in his book, he did a study where they found out that money is directly proportional to your productivity when you are doing a very monotonous job which does not involve a lot of cognitive dissonance, but where even a little bit of critical thinking is required. Money at times can be a derailer, it can be a negative factor. So money can only take you to a X level, but other things have to be there for employee to feel engaged, productive, and these principles apply across sectors.
That was really insightful, ma'am. And the way you curated it with examples and points, that is very helpful. So, having graduated from IIM Raipur and now being a senior leadership role, what key skills or experience from your MBA journey proved most valuable in your career progression?
Oh, this is such a difficult question. So, see, a lot of things. Most important, what 2 years that you're going to be learning here is just to be on your toes all the time. So today, if somebody even wakes you up in the night and says that you have to say this, you have to speak this, presentation CEO ke aage jaake you have to say this, you'll of course you need to be prepared. You need to know what's the agenda and what you're going to talk about, but your attitude will be that I'm going to handle it. And I think that's what MBA, 2 years of MBA teaches you. It gives you memories for lifetime. You'll make, of course, friends for lifetime. And of course, there are a lot of, so I'll give you one example, out from the classroom, which has actually become a philosophy of my life as an HR professional. So we studied a case about Starbucks where they talk about that if you keep your employees happy, they will in result keep your customers happy. So, you have to invest in your baristas, in your employee, and that's the philosophy that they still follow. So, while I was studying about it in one of the marketing classes, It was very profound, and it just made me think, because we were reading so much about customer first, customer obsession. While that is of course important, I thought if ever I, become an HR professional and I'm in a role where I'm able to impact this, I will make this my philosophy, and it has stayed with me. So a lot of learning from the classroom also stay with you, but other than that, the people skill, networking, teamwork, in the panel people were asking questions about how to handle difficult teams, how to have difficult conversation. So all this you will learn, in the 2 years you will spend here, and that's going to be, with you for life, and that's above and beyond any technical knowledge. That's important, but this nobody can take from you.
So true, ma'am. So, based on your experience, what advice would you offer to IIM Raipur students who are about to enter the corporate world and aspire to become future business owners?
Okay, so I would say the only thing which is important is to have the learning agility, because things are changing at a more, while we're talking, I'm sure a lot of things around the world would have already changed. So have that learning agility, and that, IIM Raipur will teach you. I'm absolutely sure of that. So just have that mindset to learn, to change as the world around you is changing, and the key skills of people skills, which while you're working in various teams, your various committees. One of my wonderful experience was that I got to go for an exchange program. So I went to Greece, Alba, Athens, for one trimester, wherein I interacted with people from different culture. And so many things were like, at the time were so surprising. But today I head the diversity, equity and inclusion piece in my organization, and that learning had actually stayed with me, what I'd learned about their culture. And so you never know what's what every minute you're going to be spending here is a learning, whether you're realizing it or not. Sitting here, we are learning from each other. So yeah, that's it. Rest, please have fun. These are going to be the best years of your life. I can vouch for that. So have fun. That's the prime, should be of prime importance. Yeah.
So, ma'am, with that, we are getting to the conclusion of our interview. Thank you for joining us at IIM Raipur today.
Thank you.
Your experience, insights have been really valuable. We're truly honored to have you had the opportunity to learn from you.
Thank you.
We look forward to see you around. Thank you.
Thank you.